What's going on, everybody? I am back from vacation. First video in an entire week. First time looking at the charts in an entire week. So this should be a good night. I totally disconnected from everything and it felt great. From what I hear, Bitcoin hasn't done shit in an entire week. So not much has changed from what I see. So we're gonna start with BTC real quick. What up, Mr. Andy Walk? Yeah, I'm back. Give me a 1 2 1 2 if everything sounds good. Music sounds good, I sound good, music's not too powerful. I mean, it's been an entire week since I did this shit. So the first chart, this is the only chart I've looked at so far since I've been back from vacation. And of course, it's BTC. And something interesting that I see on BTC is we just got that bearish crossover on the MACD, which we have not gotten since the big capitulation right here. We had the big capitulation on BTC, rode that out until we flipped bullish on the MACD, and we rode these higher highs and higher lows, and we did not have a bearish scenario at all during this uptrend on BTC. We did recently make a lower high on the MACD on BTC. And something I want to point out as well is you see the length of this MACD cycle right here. This is approximately, what is this? Approximately 41 bars. If we compare to the entire month of 2021 so far, we haven't even come close to that. So this was a very, very long period of bullishness on the MACD. We haven't been this bullish on the MACD since back here in October of 2020. And that was the leading up to the next bull run. October 2020 was that huge run up we had. And then since then we had the huge pumps on the MACD, but we haven't had this lengthening cycle like we had just recently on the MACD. So this is very, very interesting. Something I want to point out as well. This right here is very, very similar to this right here. Not saying history repeats, but it definitely does rhyme, guys. And looking at the MACD, this is very similar as well. So like I said at the beginning, this from here to here is 42, 43 bars. Back here at the start of that bull run, this was approximately 43, 44 bars. So that's just something to keep an eye on. This is very similar to this in my personal opinion, but just looking at that, flipping over to the bearish scenario on BTC, first time flipping bearish in a very long time on BTC. If we look at the mean on the RSI, if I draw a mean on the RSI, usually we top out right here on this line. We have the entire year of 2022, except this one brief period. We've tagged where we currently are right now and then retraced. So with that and the MACD just flipping bearish, I think the main areas we need to focus on BTC right now is this 22,466 area. And then I don't think the 618 will actually hold on BTC. I think BTC is actually be heading down to the 786. You can see we're making a lot higher highs before we retrace, and this last high got rejected at 382, and we did not have that decent retracement to pick up moon juice. We came down just a little bit back to the 618, which didn't give us a large relief on the RSI, and the MACD just flipped bearish. So in my personal opinion, I think BTC this next week is going to be close to around 20,900 to 21,000. I think we're going to be coming down here to test the 786, which would break this bullish scenario on BTC, which we had been since BTC shit the bed right here. We've been making higher highs and higher lows, and I think that's coming to an end here very soon. But that's kind of contradicting what I said at the beginning. Like I said, this right here is very similar to this last bull run cycle right here, but nonetheless, you got to go by the charts. History doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme. Same with the lengthening cycles on the MACD. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on around 21,000 BTC this week. I think we actually break this bullish cycle on BTC this week and we start making some lower lows here, and then we're going to be assessing the situation. Then all you'll see on Twitter and everything is people like, oh, we're going down to 10,000. I don't think we're going down to 10,000. I think we're going down to the 786, and then we'll monitor it at the 786 once we reach that area. But I think this bullish cycle, this relief rally on BTC is going to be coming to a close. Can we have one more pump up to the 382? Absolutely, but nonetheless, we're running out of room to run here, and I think we're going to be heading back down to the 786 at around 20,000 to 21,000 for BTC. I'm meeting an old girlfriend for drinks in Midtown, but I'll be on for bail. Okay. So this is the only chart I've looked at so far. So since Zgoth doesn't even jump on the live stream this anymore, where to jump into Quant? I haven't checked out my Quant. I kept up on prices and everything, but I did not look at the charts. And this had the 1 top, 2 top, 3 top, but it did not do the drop top. And I'm looking at the days right now. Like if I jump at the BTC and look at the 4 hour, we can chalk that up. But I'm looking at the days on BTC, and we're gonna do the day and the 4 hour on the rest of the coins today. So Quant is just ripping right now. We have been making higher highs and higher lows, and we just broke out above this 382. This 382, if we zoom in a little bit closer, was very, very heavy resistance for us. You can see we battled that right here. From July 15th to July 21st, got rejected, tagged the 786, worked our way back up, got rejected, and we finally broke above it. So that is a great win for Quant if you want Quant to go to the moon. I want Quant to shit the bed one more time so I can pick some more up. But unfortunately, that's looking very, very unlikely. As of right now, Quant had that bear scenario on the MACD, which was that sideways movement, which was getting rejected to the 382. And we just started flipping bullish on the MACD. So I think the main area we need to focus on now for Quant is $135. $135, then a retracement, and then possibly a continuation. But for the short term, I'm going to keep an eye on 135 for Quant. That's on the day chart. We jump over to the 4 hour real quick. Probably gonna be a little bit slower charting tonight because I haven't looked at any of this stuff in a very long time. So I'm kind of just doing this on the fly, kind of assessing it as I'm charting it. So you're getting it raw tonight, guys. So on the 4 hour, this was a resistance. We actually broke through this heavy resistance area for Quant. So on August 6th, earlier today, this green channel here was red. This resistance here was red. This 382 was a resistance, and then we had a resistance channel. So this was very, very heavy resistance for Quant, and we broke through it. So I think it's going to be very, very difficult to fall back below this, unfortunately. I think the times of $40 Quant are out the window. And that's going to suck, because back in my mind, I want to pick $40 Quant up, but I know we're not going to be heading back there, unfortunately. Like, we just broke through some heavy-ass resistance right here, guys, on Quant. We are currently overbought on the RSI. MACD is still tailing up higher. But now we have a support, a 382 support, a main support, and another support channel. Whoa, screw you, Sean. Hey, that's a good welcome back right there, Mr. Andy Walk. Thank you, thank you. So as of right now for Quant, I'm currently going to be looking for a dip on Quant. I think we're going to be testing this 382 out as support. We broke above all this resistance and flipped into support. So I think we're going to be testing this support area out down here at the 382, and then Quant's going to do what Quant does. I mean, I think the $40 Quant is right here, and I'm not one to brag, but you know, when Quant goes to $1 million, I'm gonna be like, I'm the guy that bought Quant at 40 bucks. But that was probably a really, really lucky buy on my part. But Quant's just looking fantastic, guys, and that's unfortunate for me, because I want to pick up more Quant, but it's very, very hard for me to pick up Quant when my average buy price is $49. I don't want to deviate from that, and I'm comfortable with the amount I have. So I think with my extra dry powder, I'm gonna be looking for a different coin and just sit on my bag. But for the short term, let's look on a retracement back down to $109, $110 for Quant, and then we'll assess the situation at that time. So Mr. Andy Watt, screw you, chef. API 3. I was actually looking at API 3 this weekend, so I didn't chart, but I did deep dives. Like I did deep dives into coins and did quite a bit of research on it. And I'm thinking about buying some more API 3, honestly. So let's look at it on Coinbase. I definitely think this thing's gonna outperform Chainlink. I mean, it's an up and coming competitor of Chainlink. Lower circulating supply, lower max supply, lower market cap. I've shown that several times. So Link, like I say, like in the past, all big dogs get replaced. I mean, you guys remember MSN, or what is that? The instant messaging service or whatever that you had at Microsoft? That's no more. That used to be the big dog back in the day. Chainlink, 3.6 billion market cap, 467 million circulating. It has a 1 billion max supply. If we look at API 3, up and coming competitor, the market cap's only 124 million, 58 million coins in circulation, and it has a total supply of 114 million, so extremely low. I think you could make a lot more money on API 3, and this thing looks like it's been ripping since last week. Let's see, last 7 days. Yeah, last time I looked at it, it was 184. All-time high was 1030 a year ago. All-time low was a year ago at 104. Let's jump over the day real quick. Look at the day chart on API 3. I don't want to use Coinbase. Not enough data. Give me a second. I'm rusty, okay? Oh, man. We'll go off of that. So with the day chart, we can see right here, we did just recently break above the 786. I'm actually going to redraw this fib because I haven't drawn it in a while. So bottom to top, let's hope I remember how to draw a fib. Bottom to top, it looks like we're actually holding up the 236 right now. We actually have a little bit more room to run the RSI. MACD hasn't really been doing shit for a while. If I blow this up a little bit, I gotta blow it up. It actually looks like it's tailing off. We actually had a candle below the previous high, so it looks like it's having that downtrend right here at 236. I would be keeping an eye on $1.89. Like I said, I'm looking to pick up some more API 3, and I don't want to be bearish, but the way that I think BTC's heading, like I think BTC's heading back down to 21,000 to 2,009 or 20,900. I might actually put a buying order down here at 154 to 150. I think I might actually put a buying order right here at 150 and then wait. And if we head back down here, I'm hoping I catch that wick below the 618, and then that will fill that order in. So I think I'm going to put a couple $100 in at 150 for API 3. Short term though, we do have room to run. MACD is flipping bearish though. I think we're going to be heading down here, something similar to this, and just start that slow descent back down. And I think the 618 will be the bottom for API 3 at 156. But the worst case scenario is a 786 for a wick. But I'm looking for that 150, $1.50 for API 3. Short term though, I think API 3 should be heading downwards. A lot of the charts that we look at tonight are very similar to BTC. They had that very long, lengthy period on the MACD, that very long, lengthy bullish period on the MACD. And unfortunately, this just, not recently, but this did make a lower high. I mean, we made a high here, low, a higher high since the previous one. But I think we're gonna be running out of gas here. I think $1.50 would be a gamble to pick it up at that price. But if you're sleeping and you wake up and your order gets filled at $1.50, trust me, you'll be a happy camper that day. So Trading Crypto is going to put a buying order at $1.50. Let me write this down on my notepad real quick. I'll be looking at all these coins tonight, making sure I get my buy orders in for the week. Yeah, so that 150 would, yeah. So I think API 3 is going to be dipping for a little bit. I think API 3 is more of a longer term hold in my personal opinion. And I don't mind holding shit long term. I toss it on my ledger, toss it in my gun safe, and then forget about it, you know? My quick flip plays I keep on exchanges, but I think I might buy some API 3 here. Put a buy-in order at 150. If it gets hit, it gets hit. I saw that coming a mile away. You care going over CNS? There was a huge move this month, 75% up. Yeah, CNS. What is CNS? So CNS centric swap. Wow, that market cap is stupid small. Stupid small market cap with a lot of coins in circulation, so be careful of that. But nonetheless, that market cap is crazy low, so there's a good chance you can make a lot of money on this. Not a lot, but just be careful of that. So there's 20 billion coins in circulation, and 535 billion coins could be put in circulation. So the circulating supply compared to the max supply is ridiculous. So they could unload a lot more coins and the price could drop dramatically. So just always keep an eye on that, because it's risk and reward type situation. Even with these low market cap coins, you got to look at the circulating supply to max supply on top of the small market cap. All-time high on this was 1.8 cents 2 years ago. All-time low was 18 days ago at 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros and a 1. Currently available on the following exchanges down here. Looks like I've never even heard of this. Probit Global. Probit Global is the highest. This is available on Coinbase, isn't it? I thought this was available on Coinbase. I don't think it's available on Coinbase. There's no way that Coinbase would have a coin with that low of a market cap on there. Yo, Chef Natron, member for 4 months. 4-month membership. Congrats, man. I appreciate the 4-month of sticking with me through this bear market, man. Thank you, thank you. I mean, immediate Mr. Anyone's girlfriend for drinks. Pixar didn't happen. Pixar didn't happen, man. Okay, CNS. Yeah, CNS had that huge run up, but that is a huge ass scam wick right there. So we're on the day right now. Let's jump over to the 4-hour real quick. Yeah, that is a huge ass scam wick. So I honestly would discard that. I know you're saying, hey, it pumped, but some dumbass bought this at 0.00024, and that's what that is. It's the highest price that that coin was bought for during that 4-hour candle, and someone actually bought some coins at that high of a price. Other than that, it looks like it's been consolidating. MACD has been moving sideways. I don't know where my MACD is just not doing. Hang on one sec. I gotta blow this shit up. So MACD is also about ready to flip bullish, it looks like. So let's zoom in here and take a closer look. Last time I charted it was back here on June 22nd. I thought it'd bounce off the 786 and bounce up there. We actually broke below that, so I'm going to clean that up. And we're going to start fresh. We're going to go from this bottom right here to the top right here. You can see we're currently at the 382. The 382 is our resistance, and we are consolidating pretty damn good. Let me draw some lines on here. I need to draw some lines to make it look professional. So if you've been a part of my channel before, I've probably mentioned this a million times. During a consolidation period, consolidation is bullish. It just means people are willing to accumulate that coin at the same price for a very long period of time. I think of it like a spring. You know, you get coiled up in here, and as you get coiled, that tension gets tighter and tighter and tighter. And then when you break out, that's when you get that big pump. So I'd be looking for a breakout here pretty soon. Not as high as this green wick right here, but I think CNS might be seeing a breakout here pretty soon. Let's do a little bit of deep dive into this and see how high it could possibly go. I'm going to jump over to the day. Yeah, that day chart's pretty nasty. I mean, 001. If you bought in on July 14th, you'd be up 177% right now. 174. So that is crazy. On the day chart, MACD is also flipping bearish. RSI tag 77, tailing back down. I'm gonna draw a fib on this as well to this top to try to, yeah. So I think what we're looking for here, if we do have that breakout on the 4 hour, would be a move up to this 618 area at 529. So 529 up to here, and then we'll assess that situation. So if we jump back to the 4 hour and we keep that drawn there, that will bring us up to approximately this area right here at 523. So I'd be looking for a breakout up to 523 and then possibly up to 726. Not saying we're going to go up there, because you can see we really don't go to the moon much, but I think the next stop on this coin could be 523. We break above that, I think the next stop 726. I don't see a downwards movement for this for the time being. I see a push upwards, and then we'll assess a bearish scenario. Yeah, I think something like this is going to happen. That test up. So look for about a 25 to 27% pump. If that actually happens, then that breakout's confirmed, and then you could almost bank on going up to $7, or not $7, up to 760. So I'll look for about a 25 to 27% breakout. If we end up breaking downwards, though, that's the opposite ways of 23, but I don't think we're breaking downwards. I think we're going to be breaking upwards. Even with how I think BTC is going, this coin looks bullish on the short term. Filecoin. So Filecoin had that huge run up right here. I think Zoomer bought him back here, and he's like, I'm making a bunch of money going to the moon. We had that consolidation slight breakout here. I'm gonna draw a longer fib right here. So as of right now, we're currently being held up by the 382. We did have the slight bearish scenario on the MACD. RSI is pretty high in my opinion at 67. I think the best case scenario we're looking for Filecoin right now is up to $9.95 to $10. I think we do touch $10, and once we touch $10, that will be the top before we retrace back down to 382. So short-term scenario for Filecoin, I think we're heading to $10, and that will be the top out period before we retrace and actually have a battle at this 382 area. And we really need to keep an eye on this 382. If we fall below $9, it's going to be a nasty drop. There's really no support until the 5 at 830. So if we fall below the 382 at $9, I think we'll see that hardcore drop down to around $8.30. But for the short term, I do think we are heading up to around $10 for Filecoin, which is approximately another 5% pump. But just judging the 4 hour, man, we are definitely flirting with our moon juice supply. We used a lot of it back here. We came down and picked up a half barrel down here. We didn't pick up a whole bunch, and then rode that out. But for the short term, I'd be keeping an eye on a pump up the 10, retracement to the 9. That's 4 hours. Onto the day chart. Day chart, very similar story. MACD just started, had an engulfing candle, the previous one, which means we're looking for an upswing. I think we tag this 80 on the RSI again, which would bring us up to around that $10 range. So short term, I think File's going to $10, and then we'll see that retracement back down to around $9, and then we'll assess that situation. Nonetheless, though, we did break out of that downtrend that Filecoin has been in for a very long time. Maybe. Hang on, let me... No, we're still in a downtrend. Yo, so I'd be careful. So we did not break out of the downtrend. I repeat, we did not break out of the downtrend. We are still in a downtrend. In order to break out of this downtrend, we need to break above $10. So if I extend this fib to the next high, we need to get up to this 382 where we got rejected on this wick right here. So keep an eye on this downtrend. If we break above it, then it finally flipped bullish. But in the long-term scenario, yes, you're making money on Filecoin, but Filecoin is bearish. We are making an attempt on a breakout, though. So keep an eye on the 0.5 at $10. Break above $10, then yeah, you'll see a big spike up to the 382 at 11 to up to around 1150, and then you'll back test that. And then if we do get up to around 1150, then we finally broke out of this downtrend, and then File's going to go to the moon. But short term, I think we're going to the $10, and that should be your heavy battle area right there for Filecoin. Wick Master, let me get into these chats. Near when moon, near. Oh boy. So we're on the near right now. Near has been making higher highs and higher lows. So near has been bullish since BTC shit the bed. MACD's pretty much MACD hasn't been doing much, but if you look at the MACD, we have been making lower highs on the MACD as well, which means we are running out of steam also. So I think near, this is out without me drawing any fibs. I'm just gonna go for it and then draw a fib real quick. So without drawing a fib, I think what we're going to see is a bounce off this support channel up to 560, and I think that's going to be the top before we start seeing that downtrend. I think all the coins this week are to see one more pump, and then BTC is going to drop down to around 21,000 to 2,000 or 20,900, and that's when all these coins that have been having this relief rally are going to start working their way back down. So without drawing any fibs, this is what I'm banking on. Let me draw a fib and actually see if that's valid. So we went to this bottom, this top right here, which validates it. Currently, we really didn't break above the 382. We had the half of a candle through. We haven't had an open or close above it yet, but I do think we are going to be bouncing off this $4.80, somewhere in this support channel area, and working our way over to the 382. And I think this main resistance 236 area is going to be where we get rejected at 563. Can we see a wick up to this resistance channel right here? Yes, but it's just a wick. I think the best case scenario is a wick up to $6, but I think we get rejected right here, and that's going to be our working our way back down to the 618. RSI has been gradually moving its way back up. MACD has been tailing downwards. We have not been making higher highs on the MACD, so we're starting to run out of juice. We need to come back down, fuel up a little bit more. A lot of coins we're going to look at tonight haven't been bearish on the MACD for a while now, but when we look at them, you'll see that huge run on the MACD, and then you'll see them starting to stall out. So I think coins are going to have probably one more push before they start making some lower highs, and then we'll assess the situation at the time. Like I said, I'm not a long-term TA person. I mean, you're better off shaking your magic 8 ball and asking for a long-term TA, but on the short term, I think we're heading up to this main resistance area at 560 and then working our way back down. So 560, and then testing 386 at around $5. So keep an eye on 560 for near. I think that's our next stop. Azero. Chef, where are you picking up Azero? Like, what exchange are you picking Azero up on? I think I asked you that before. I know Beanbag asked for it, and I know that you're holding it as well, but what exchanges are you guys picking Azero up on? Because Hubie, wherever I'm on right now, doesn't have shit for data. Gate.io has some decent data. Well, I had us bouncing off the 236, heading upwards. We actually bounced off the 618 and we headed up to the 0 here. So I'm going to refresh this. 4 hour right now, we are making higher highs. This is a higher high. So this is actually bullish right now. MACD is overbought. The last time we were this high was back in July 19th. We worked our way back down to 35 on the RSI. So if we work our way back down to 35 on the RSI, I think we will be testing the support channel at 83 cents. Not saying we're heading back down there, but it's just a price to keep in mind. Man, I miss doing this. I know I was off for a week and it was great. It was great to disconnect, but man, this is fun. This is fun. Okay, so we got rejected at the 0. I think we're working our way back down to the 236 right now. MACD is tailing down. RSI is massively overbought. It indicated, hey, probably a good time to take some profit. So short term right here, I think we're going to be keeping an eye on the 236 at approximately $1.16. But I think we're going to be heading down to this main support, honestly. So this main support should be our first major test on this downtrend at $1.13. The lowest we can possibly go to maintain our bullish momentum is down here to the 0.5. So we can go all the way down to $1.04. And I know you guys would not be happy with that, but that still would be bullish on this coin. If we did that, we still would be in a bullish scenario because we would not make a lower low. So worst case scenario is 0.5. That would maintain the bullish uptrend. But realistically, I think we're heading down to this main support area first at $1.13. We break below that. I think this 382 and main support area would be the absolute bottom. I don't think we drop any lower than that. So worst case scenario we can go is down here, like I said, at $1.05. But I think, honestly, realistically, it would be a better scenario if we dropped to the 382 at $1.10, then worked our way up to a higher high. But for the short term, like I said, I do think this coin is going to be going down. Let me extend this fib for a little bit. Extend this fib a little bit, and see where that high would be. So yeah, if we did go down there, it'd be something like this. Bounce and then work its way up to here to around 131. That still would maintain this uptrend that we have. Yeah, honestly, if I wanted to buy some Azero, and this is not financial advice, if I wanted to buy Azero, I would put a buy order in at the 618 right here at $1.07. If it hit a hit, if not, so be it. But that looks like a good downwards area for a wick. I mean, I don't think we head down there with a hard candle, but I do think we are heading down. So if we head down here and tag this uptrend line, I think we would catch a wick down there nonetheless. But I do think we are going to be seeing some downwards movement for what is this? ELF 0 before we move upwards. So $1.08 wouldn't be a bad opportunity, but for the short term, the main areas we need to keep a focus on are 113, 109, 107. So write those on a sticky note, slap them on your forehead so you don't forget. I think this is what we're going to be looking at here, a downtrend. Killing me, Chef. No wonder she just canceled on me. Hell yeah, great call, being big. You got this at 69 cents, Chef? I've been trying to get everyone on board. Stellar Project, Dev, Layer 1 Future. I'm gonna show up anyway. GRT. Oh boy. Tell you what, this is off topic, but during my vacation, I did not catch a single panfish under 8 inches. They were all in 8.5 inches to 10.5 inch panfish. I don't know where you guys are from, if that's good, but for me, I fished a lot of different lakes and I have never had something like that. Every single panfish, I never caught a small one. It was ridiculous. I went out there with my father-in-law and he's a huge fisherman and he's been fishing since forever. And he's like, this is crazy. Limited out 2 nights on panfish. Then we did some bass fishing. They weren't really big bass, but bass are always fun to catch. Couple pike. Caught a 15-inch crappie, so that was good. Unfortunately, Chef, I did not catch any chubs because chubs are in the big lake. They're not in small lakes. Okay, let's get in the graph. Graph is down 2.2 at 12 cents. 945 million market cap, 10 billion max supply, 7.4 billion circulating. All-time high of 284 a year ago. All-time low was 24 days ago, so that's something to keep an eye on right there. It just made an all-time low. So this is a coin you want to hold on to for a long-term time, and you've been buying into this coin. Hopefully you bought 24 days ago, because it's always a great feeling buying in at an all-time low. I've talked to some people when a coin is at an all-time low, they're like, oh, I'm just gonna wait for it to drop lower. And I'm like, why would you do that? This coin has never been this low before. Wouldn't it be a smart decision to buy it at that time? That's just my personal opinion, but this coin's all-time low was 24 days ago at 8.6 cents, currently at 12. So we got GRT right here. We did unfortunately just make a lower high from what it looks like. So we started right here. It looks like we had that reversal right here on July 13th, made the high, made the low, made the high, made another higher low, and we just made a lower high. MACD's about ready to flip over bearish, have a bearish crossover. RSI is at 65.68. Let me draw a fib. Okay. So from just looking at this right now, I don't think this 382 is going to hold on this drop right here. I think our next main support, this is the main support at 12.1. I think we're going to fall right through this 382 and head down to around 12.10 to 12 cents. The good thing about this is you have a main support channel, a main support within a support channel, and a 618 right below it. So this general area on GRT is going to be fantastic support. It's going to be very, very difficult to fall below. So the lowest we could possibly go, in my opinion, is 11.5 cents. I don't think we're heading down there though. I think what we're going to do is we're going to head down to around the 5 at this main support at 12, bounce around and possibly dip down here and bounce off one of these support channels and work our way back up. But like I said, we did make a lower high, which means this is a bearish scenario. So something like this could be at play. Bouncing down, get rejected at the 382, bounce down, get rejected off the support, bounce down, get rejected at the 618. Not saying we're going to be shitting the bed on this, but we did just enter a downwards trend on this coin. So for the short term, I am saying we are going to head down to around 12 cents. So keep an eye on 12 cents for GRT. The all-time low was back here, it looks like. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be heading down there. You have a lot of support right here. So downtrend to 12 cents on GRT. That might be a good buying opportunity. Not financial advice, but that might be a good buying opportunity for GRT. Great to have you back, CC. It's great to be back, Beanbag. It's great to be back. I'm way behind in these chats. You're so funny, Zoomer. Pops beer. It's not beer, man. It's a Ziva, Zevia. Bro, CC just popped a top on a Miller. No, it was a Bud Light. It was a Bud Light. So MEXC. So I got my Ziva right here, which is like that. I guess it's a healthy pop. My wife doesn't want me drinking pop, so this thing has carbonated water, stevia leaf extract, natural flavor. So that's all that's in that pop. Then I have my Bud Light right here. So let's get into MEXC. Oh, never mind. That's not even a coin. Uphold for Azero. Okay, we did that. Me too. Azero's not listed on any exchanges yet, which gives it extra moon potential. That is very true. Azero on Mac, welcome back. COVID psychopath. Thanks, man. Haven't seen a live stream much. Glad to have you here. Love your name, homie. I'm a psychopath too, minus the COVID, monkeypox, psychopath coming soon. I'm just reading through the chats right now. Caught a club last night, threw it back. Mind. All your entries. So you got into GRT at 09. So you're doing good. I don't think we're going to be heading down to 09. So you almost bought the fucking bottom, dude. You bought the bottom of the support channel right here. So honestly, I would not sell that back. That's not financial advice, but if I bought in at that price right now, yeah, I think we're to be heading for some bearish scenarios, but I would hold that. That is a great buy in order, or great buy price for GRT for the short term or long term. Similar to me buying QUAN at $49. I mean, I won't sell it if it goes down to 60. I mean, I'm still going to be in profit, so I wouldn't even consider selling it. But I'm more of a, you know, a hodler and swing trader, so you do you. Hurricane season. Okay, I'm all caught up with the chat. So let's see what's going on with Ethereum. Ethereum is taking off. The merge is coming out this month. They said, right? I think it's August, or is it beginning of September? Very, very soon. The merge is coming in very, very soon right now. So that's something to keep an eye on. So Ethereum on the 4-hour right now, we did just enter very, very closely to a bear scenario on the MACD. RSI is pretty high at 62. We're currently being held up to the support at 1,702. I was shilling. I had a buy-in order at $1,000 Ethereum. I took all those buy-in orders off. So I had a buy-in order at $1,000 Ethereum. I had a buy-in order at 46.75 Quant. Those are gone. Converted them back to dry powder. So I still have all my dry powder on the side. I do think we will see one more large dip. Not saying we're gonna go shit the bed all the way back down here on Ethereum or BTC. But I do think the market is going to be shaken heavily one more time, and that's where I will unload the rest of my dry powder back into the market, and then it's time to just ride it out. I will, you know, toss funds, not as much as I have now, but I will toss funds into crypto after that. But, you know, dry powder is dry powder, and then you have your, you know, weekly or monthly funds that you put into crypto. I haven't looked at Ethereum in a while. I might do a little bit more TA on this than normal. I'm actually trying to get a look on Ethereum because I want to get more Ethereum. I hold quite a bit of Ethereum. As of right now, we're at 1,693 support. RSI is pretty high. MACD hasn't flipped bearish yet, but we are heading that way. So that's the 4 hour there. RSI bottom the top, currently tagged to 236. I think we're to be seeing around 16,116. Ethereum back down here, and unfortunately this Ethereum did not make a higher high. Since here, this may not look like a higher high, but I did heavy due diligence on this right here, and this wick right here to this wick right here, this one actually is higher than that by like $100 and some, so it is a higher high. So we've been making higher highs and higher lows since June 19th, and we finally put it in our lower high right here on the 6th of August. So that could be the start of a downtrend for Ethereum. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on around $16,000 for Ethereum. That's the 4 hour. Let's jump to the day. Similar to what I said earlier, keep an eye on that 382. It looks like it wants to drop back down to around 16,000. We have been flirting with bearish scenario here on the MACD. We've been pretty much stagnant sideways. RSI has been stagnant sideways at 61. If we draw, let me draw a mean line here real quick. So at the top, sideways. So it looks like usually when we're this high in the RSI, like back here in November of 2021, we had that gradual downtrend down the 26. Tagged it here on April 5th, had that downtrend to 24, just tagged it here at 62. So we could see that downtrend. That downtrend could severely drop Ethereum's price, even though we have that merge coming. I think the 618 at 15,000, and then that merge will come out, and then we're going to start seeing 2K. Not saying we're going up to 23,000, but I think we're going to be seeing some decent price drops on Ethereum before that merge. You know, people buy the news, or was that buy the rumor, sell the news, or buy the news, sell the launch, or whatever. Regardless, I'm not selling any Ethereum. I'm always looking to load up more Ethereum. Anything I put on my ledger, I don't touch it. It's on there, it's gone. I can't mess with it. I can't get, you know, that random burst of energy. We're like, I'm gonna do this. You know, I'm looking at this coin like I can sell some Ethereum to buy some of this. I put it on my ledger. It's locked away. I can't touch it. So short term, let's look at 16,000 for, or 1,600 for Ethereum. Worst case scenario is the 620 at 15. I'm honestly not looking for any Ethereum unless it heads down to around 1,200. I have enough Ethereum. I have enough Quant. It's time for me to possibly move into another scenario. If you've been following me for a while, I've been constantly focusing on Ethereum and Quant. And the way the market's going right now, I don't think I'm going to be reaching what I want to buy more at for either of those coins. So I think it's time for me to move on to a different coin and possibly get a position on a new coin that I've never bought before, and try to play that out. But 1,600 for Ethereum. Okay, I'm reading the chats right now. Dude, here you go, listen. That Solana hack. Solana continues to get hacked, or continues to have a bunch of flaws. They just keep rushing everything out to try to compete with Ethereum. Everyone's like, Solana's the Ethereum killer, blah, 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 blah. But how many times have they been hacked, or have they had a flaw come out where they just, and they still somehow maintain their reputation after that? I know with the way the market is and Ethereum prices, that Solana is a great thing to use for that bridge and everything like that. But damn, how many times can you fuck up? And still, and like, especially after that after they pretty much came out, I mean, they're technically decentralized, but after that huge fiasco where they pretty much came out that they're centralized, and then after that, they get hacked for how many millions of dollars? And it only dropped, what, 3% that day? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I'm not bagging on Solana, but I don't think I'm going to be looking to buy Solana ever. Okay. So some coins I haven't looked at in a while. I haven't looked at my shit coin. So if you guys have any coins you want me to chart, make sure you post them in the live stream, because I'll definitely do it. And then as you can see, I added some tags down here so I don't have to keep repeating myself. Also, when I got back, I actually had that. So I launched a bunch of swag, a bunch of t-shirts and stuff like that. And I actually bought a couple of the t-shirts, and they actually showed up when I was home, and I'm wearing one right now. I got the Charting Crypto Subscribe with the big logo on the front. It's pretty cool. And I know, who was it? Wasn't Zoomer? I think it was Zoomer. Zoomer bought the Moon Juice one, and once that campaign ends, they'll be launching that out. But I might launch some more campaigns in the future. Short term for Hakka, this is actually looking pretty bullish in my opinion. I know it's on a downtrend right now. RSI hasn't been doing crap, but we've been the same price for a very long period of time. Currently having a hard time getting over the 786, but I think once we break that, we're gonna be seeing a huge upswing. I follow them on Twitter. I listen to all their AMAs and everything like that, and they're constantly doing partnerships. The stupid thing about it is their market cap and everything is crazy low. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing me shill Hakka, but I'm doing it. It's my channel. I'm going to shill whatever the hell I want. So I think something like this could be the case for Hakka, and to move up to around 1.6. Sound like a broken record. The thing I like about Hakka, it's 1.3 cents right now. That market cap is stupid low, 418,000, 30 million max supply, and the total they can have is 188 million. Definite moonshot gamble, definitely very risky. But if this survives the bear market, I could definitely see this thing doing 100x. All-time high is 52 cents 9 months ago. All-time low was 2 months ago. So it went up to 50 cents during the peak of the last bull run. If the next bull run succeeds the previous one, which they normally do, why can't this bad boy go to $1? So I have 200,000 of these coins, and I don't buy anymore. I reached that 200,000 range, and I'm just holding it. If I lose it, I lose it. If not, so be it. It's all fun money. It's not hardcore investment right there, but that's just some advice for you. I suggest, this isn't financial advice, I suggest everybody has one of those shit coins in their back pocket, because eventually one of them will take off. If they survive the bear market, they'll take off. Not take off to the absolute moon, but you will definitely make profit on shit coins if they survive the bear market into the next bull run. So I suggest everybody has at least one shit coin in their portfolio that could get wrecked, and that Hakka's mine. I think that's an era for Hakka. So COVID, I did INV, but I guess I can do a refresher on it. Inverse finance is holding up right here at $114. Did I do inverse finance or did I do file? I did not do inverse finance, so excuse me. So this is the day. So we'll start in the day and then we'll work our way to the 4 hour. Currently being held up to the 618, stagnant sideways. MACD is bearish, but we're not super bearish. We're pretty much stagnant sideways as well. Not really doing much. So we're consolidating. Consolidating is a bullish thing. It means people are accumulating the coin at the same price for a very long period of time. 618, I think, might be the bounce point. And then our next stop would be 137. We have been making higher highs. Excuse me. Higher high, higher high. I'm not going by the wicks. Oh no, we have not been making higher highs. Let me dissect this a little bit more. Yeah, so what I'm seeing here is a bounce off the 618 up to the 382 at around 138. Then we'll assess the situation at that time. MACD's reset at 50, or RSI's reset at 50. MACD hasn't been doing shit for a while. So, and we have been consolidating right here, being held up by the 382. So something like this, then a bounce up to around 130, 140, I think is going to be the case for inverse finance. I don't think we're going to be seeing some large pumps like this as we saw previously, because you can see this pump right here ran, the next pump was smaller, the next pump was smaller, and this would be the next pump and up to the 382, and that would be smaller. But nonetheless, I do think a pump for INV is going to be here in the near future, but the pumps are getting smaller, which means we are running out of moon juice, we are running out of fuel. Nonetheless, let me draw one more fib on this. Yeah, I think we're heading up to around 140. If we break the 618 at 130, keep an eye on 130, break that 140, and that will be, we'll assess the situation at that time. But I do think we did just bottom here on INV before we see a pump up. I think a pump up on INV is about ready to happen. Beanbag is OG Silver, Chef Natron. He's Beanbag on YouTube. He's OG Silver. He's the OG Silver guy on Discord. So ALBT. Yo, thanks, man. I really appreciate the super chat. Great to come back from vacation and be supported by all you guys. I miss you guys during vacation. I know I was staying up to date somewhat in the Discord. I'm really glad to be back and doing this. So Alliance Block is up 3.4% at 5.9 cents. Market cap of 27 million. Circulating supply of 460 million. Max supply of 850 million. All-time high was 136 11 months ago. All-time low was 2 years ago at 3 cents. Currently available on the following exchanges down here. KuCoin being the highest. It says Uniswap, but I don't see how Uniswap could beat KuCoin, but CoinGecko is usually delayed on a lot of their data. Good people here, man. You guys make me like doing this. I wish I could turn this into a full-time job. Hell, if I get rich off crypto, and I could if I could get rich off crypto and just work a part-time job somewhere and do this part-time, that would be my dream right there. What is it? We have a huge gap right here. One sec. I need to look for a better chart on this. There we go. Yeah, inverse finance looks like a great long-term hold. I mean, the first time I really looked into it was when Zoomer got into the Discord channel and he was chilling the shit out of it. And then he was making a lot of money on it. And then we started charting it quite a bit and it started taking off and wasn't looking back. Similar to Quant. Quant took off and Quant did not look back either. So for ALBT, we have been making, we did not make a higher high, but we're still working on this right now. Where'd my MACD go? Who deleted my MACD? There we go. Okay, so we've pretty much been consolidating sideways. I'm going to draw a fib on this. This is on the day. I'm going to convert to the 4 hour. Day has been consolidating. 4 hours are to give us a little bit more data on a tighter time frame. Wow, this is super choppy. Auto, zoom in. Okay. ALBT is currently being held up by the support channel at 5.8 cents. We're not there yet, but we are working our way there. We're at 5886. The main support's 5802. RSI is extremely high on this at 75. MACD has not converted bearish yet, but we are pretty damn high on the MACD. You can see the candles aren't engulfing each other. They're starting to be lower than the previous candle, which is initiating a weak movement on the bullish scenario. So a downtrend bullish or downtrend bearish scenario could be the case. I think we are to be seeing that bearish scenario. You can see we've been consolidating sideways. So we normally come up here, working our way back down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's what consolidation is. I think our next stop will be back down to the 618 right here at around 5.4 cents. And inevitably, I do think we will be heading down to this main support around 5 cents. The 786 main support around 5 cents. And then that could be our consolidation bounce and then rinse and repeat type scenario until we start taking off. So even though BTC has been fluctuating and coins have been fluctuating with it, this thing has just been consolidating sideways. Yeah, we did make a little breakout right here, but that's not a very large breakout in the retrospect of things. So short term, I'd be keeping an eye on a drop down to around 5 cents or the 786 at around 5.1. And then we will assess the situation at that time. I just think this thing's going to consolidate sideways until the market decides what it wants to do. KDA. Okay, guys, I'm going to be right back. I got to let my dog out. He's pawing at the door. I'll be back 1 second. Okay, I am back. So we did that. We're on the KDA right now. KDA is not looking too bad. We actually looks like we had that reversal right here on July 3rd. We had a high, low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Looks like we're working our way towards a higher high. Every time we've made a higher high, though, we've pretty much tagged out at 73. So in order to do that, it's just... Yeah, in order to do that, this thing would have to go to $2.40. I think that would be the last push up. $2.40, and then we head down to the main support area. BTC is going to be dropping, in my personal opinion, and then we'll assess it at that time. But for the short term, I do think we are to be touching the 382 at around 221, and then touch 240 with a wick possibly, and then that would be the downtrend. You can see we were overbought here, pretty damn close to overbought here. RSI's at 70. We definitely need to cool off, so I think we have one more push up before we start seeing that downtrend. So we've been bullish on it since July 3rd, and I think we have one more bullish push up, and that's gonna be the top of this bullish run, this relief rally that we've had since July 3rd, and then we're gonna be dropping back down a little bit. So I think we have one more push up for KDA, and then the downtrend will start. Keep an eye on 223, 224. So let's just say $2.25. $2.25 is the price to beat it at the 382. We break above that, the next stop's 240, and I think that's going to be the top before we start our downtrend on KDA. Definitely a relief rally. It definitely looks like a relief rally rather than a reversal right here. What about Jupe? Yeah, we can look at some Jupe. I think it was a while ago. Hang on one sec. I think Chef and I, back when this got launched on Coinbase, we tried to get into it. Man, that is some massive consolidation right here. That is calling for a breakout. That's calling for a big breakout. One sec. Let me look at the day real quick. Even this too. Yo, I think this thing is about ready to take off. I'm gonna write this down real quick. One sec. This right here is definitely moon juice material. This tight, very, very tight consolidation is moon juice in the making. I know I know we see that consolidation with the big up and downs, but this thing is so tight right here, and it's just hovering. That is moon juice to the prime. That's like 8%, 12% moon juice right there. I think this thing's about ready to pop, and that's without drawing any fibs on it. MACD is bearish. RSI is at a decent level. That's on the day. Jump over the 4 hour. 4 hour RSI has MACD has pretty much been stagnant sideways, bearish. MACD's been stagnant bearish. RSI is at a decent level for takeoff at 33. Yeah, this thing's about ready to rip. Look at that tight consolidation, guys. You don't see this often. Like, you really don't. For 4 hour period of it just staying between a high of 1.5 and 1.3. Let me see where that breakout would be. If I extend the fib to the next high here. Zoom back in. Hey, this isn't financial advice, and you can play it how you will. If you lose money, it's not my fault, but I think this thing's about ready to head up to 1.9 cents or higher. Easily higher. Sorry it's taking so long to chart. Just rusty, I guess. I'd be looking for one more push down to 1.3, and then a big pump up similar to back here after it dipped. You had that dip, then you had that run up to this main resistance at 1.6. And if we do break above that 1.6, I think that's all she wrote. We're heading up to 2 cents and beyond. 2 cents would be the area that we would need to keep an eye on, because you do have a 618 on top of a main resistance, which is the double resistance. But nonetheless, if we do break above that, it's to infinity and beyond. We have been making lower highs, but nonetheless, we have been consolidating sideways very, very, very tightly. So short term, keep an eye on 1.6. Break above that, I think it's up to 2 cents. Break above 2 cents, it's to infinity and beyond. So Jupiter looks very good in the short term. Long term, I don't do long term, but short term, this is definitely a coin that I would definitely play this coin. I would definitely play this coin if it was me, which it is me, which I will probably do after the live stream. So, oh man, this is why I like live streaming, man. You guys call these coins out, and I'm able to look at a multiple of coins that I don't look at on my own, because it just doesn't pop up, and you guys call it out, and I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's a good coin. This is definitely possibly a good quick flip on the short term. Let me get caught. Oh, so we did jupe. Yeah, hole in that slam. I caught the last pump and jupe. Chops or chubs. I'm just getting caught up in the chat real quick. Yeah, peace out, COVID. Okay. So who has a coin? Actually, let me do this. Let me see what's popping. So high of the 24-hour. Quant. Of course it's Quant. Why would it not be Quant? I want Quant to go down and it goes up. And then second is Filecoin. Filecoin's ripping. Compound's ripping. We had AVAX, Aileron, Hedera. I watched a video on Hedera. Hedera's use case is very, very good. Like, we need Hedera's use case, but if you're in crypto to make money, Hedera's not the place to do it. But we need Hedera for the crypto space, if you get what I'm saying. And Hedera needs people to buy their coins. But if you're looking to make good money, I don't think Hedera would be the place for you. If you're looking for short-term growth over a long-term growth over a long period of time, Hedera would be a good place for that. I did not do OP. Let's look at OP. So Optimism OP is up 0.6% at $1.94. 415 million market cap, 214 million circulating supply. So careful about that. Low circulating supply to max supply. I mean, they can still put 4.8 billion, 4.80 billion coins in circulation or whatever that is. So be careful about that. My personal opinion, when there's a low circulating supply with a very, very large max supply, not financial advice, my personal opinion, that is not a long-term hold, because they are going to be releasing more coins throughout the length, of the crypto market. And they're not going to leave just only 214 million coins in circulation when they have 4.2 billion. So that's something to keep in mind, of the low circulating supply with the large max supply. All-time high of 221 3 days. Whoa, we hit an all-time high in a bear market 3 days ago? What? Holy crap. All-time high was 3 days ago. All-time high was 2 months. If you would have bought this 2 months ago, you'd be up 379%. In 2 months, 60 days. Buy something, hold it for 60 days, you're up 379%. Currently available on the following exchanges right here. Let's take a look. Oh boy. Wow, this thing just ripped. I don't like that chart. Not enough information. That's the same chart. Yo. So OP right here took off. We had that cup type scenario. It looks like it's forming a handle right here. On the 4 hour, let's see what it looks like on the day. That looks like crap. So 4 hour right here, let's go bottom to top and dissect it a little bit. So we have been making higher highs since July 13th, like a lot higher highs and higher lows. Same scenario right here, but this is the first time we've been consolidating. So that's kind of concerning in my opinion. You can see we have been overbought several times in July, and we're starting that tail downwards. So bottom to top. Currently being held up the 236. I personally believe our next stop is gonna be the 382 at around 168. If I wanted this coin, which I don't, but if I wanted to buy OP, you have a very, very small support channel here, but I've seen small support channels like this act very, very big. So small support channels, don't discard them whatsoever, because I've seen them act big in market movements. I think we're gonna be heading down here. There's a support channel on 618, so I'd be keeping an eye on $1.32 to 135. If I wanted to, I'd just put a buy and order in at 130 and try to catch that wick for OP. Unfortunately, that would put a lower low end, so that is the bear scenario. So we can't technically go down that low to continue our bullish scenario. The lowest we can go, it looks like, is the 0.5 at 145. So to break that down for you, we recently made some lower highs, yes, but can we break out? Definitely. I think what we're going to be doing is heading back down to at least the 0.5 minimally at $1.50. Keep an eye on that, write that down. That's the price you need to focus on for OP. If we break below $1.50, I think we're heading down to the 620 at 132, which would confirm our lower low. So $1.50 is the price to keep an eye on for OP. If we do bounce off 150, that would be actually very, very good for OP, because we'd actually reset pretty decently on the RSI back down to 39, which would give us room to run and be overbought like we were back here. So that could initiate another run up for OP, and OP could continue this upward momentum that it's been on since the 13th of July. Just to draw this uptrend right here, to continue it, that would be the valid move on this uptrend as well, bouncing off this 0.5. So this $1.50 on OP is the price you really need to focus on. We break below that, we break out of this uptrend, and I think that would initiate the downtrend. 0.5 isn't a big support area on fib channels, but it is a support nonetheless. But let's keep an eye on 150. We break below that, I think we're touching the 618 at 130, and then that would break this uptrend, and then we would start initiating that downtrend. So 150 is the price you need to keep an eye on for OP. ELA. What is ELA? Ooh, that's a nasty drop. ELA down 20.6% at $2.28. Market cap small though, 49 million. Circulating supplies 21 million. Total supplies question mark. Max supplies 28. So almost all the coins are in circulation, which is good. All-time high of 89 4 years ago. I don't think we will reach $89 during the next bull run. We did not reach it during the previous, and the reason that is because they most likely put more coins in circulation. I mean, 4 years ago there's probably only a couple thousand couple million coins in circulation, and you know, as the years goes on, they need to put more coins in circulation to maintain the project. So if we zoom out, we can actually look at that. So that was the initial coin launch, peaked, flatlined, market cap. You can see that's where they put more coins in circulation. So market cap was right here on May 1st of 2018. Price, what is this, February, March? So you can see market cap's higher than the price right here, which means they put more coins in circulation on May 18th, and that's where they dropped a bunch of coins on you guys. But nonetheless, you can still make money on it. Small market cap. So let's look at ELA. What the hell? Oh, I looked at this before. This is back when I used colored fibs. Let's see what I charted way back when. Charted back in January. And guess what my prediction was? The coin could go up or it could go down. And I definitely did one of those two. Things you learn along the way. So let's clear this up. So we've been making higher highs, higher lows since we touched back in July 3rd. Looks like a lot of coins did that in July 3rd. Huge run up right here. Broke us well above the overbought territory in the MACD. We're currently still overbought overbought on the RSI. We're still overbought on the RSI. Take a look at the MACD. MACD also had that huge run up and starting to tail back down. $220, that's what I'm looking at. 220, 618, and I think we had down to 786. And the bad thing is we've been overbought so many times, and we've had this huge drop on the RSI, but the price hasn't dropped that hard. I mean, we dropped from 173 back down to 150, which would actually be a similar situation. This dropping down to the main support at 210, down to 210, and then working its way back up. Nonetheless, I don't think we're going to be making some higher highs for now. We definitely need to cool down on the RSI, pick up some more moon juice. Definitely need to flip him over into some bearish movement on the MACD. And with that, I do think we are going to be heading down to this 618 area main support at around 218 to 210 area. And I think that will be our bounce for a continuation to a higher high. This thing has been bullish. I mean, we have not, there's no reason for it not to maintain bullishness, and we definitely need to reset on the RSI in order to maintain that. We're currently, you can't stay up there forever. You need to come down, cool down before you head up higher. So keep an eye on a retracement back down to the 618 around 220 to 210, and I think we'll bounce from there, which would approximately be a 10 to 11% drop from where we are right now. And the good thing about that is it still would maintain this bullish momentum, because the low is all the way down here at 179. So to make a lower low on this, you would have to go all the way down to 179, which I don't think is going to happen. I do think we are going to be bouncing at this main support 618 area. So just 210 is the price to keep an eye on. I don't usually hold on. I'm a flipper. How about XRP? So I'm bullish on XRP long term. I don't own any XRP. My brother, the guy who got me into crypto, owns XRP. He got in when crypto was, or when XRP was fucking pennies. He still owns XRP. He got it on Coinbase, so it's all locked up and everything like that, unfortunately. He's actually in the Discord too. You guys don't know who he is yet. So let's get into XRP. So XRP is down 0.9% at 37 cents. 17 billion market cap, crazy high. Ranked number 6. Number 6 in all-time cryptocurrencies. The thing that is flagging me away from XRP is, yes, I know it's in the long term, XRP is probably going to be a major staple in cryptocurrency. But the circulating supply right now is only 48 billion, which is a lot. That is a lot of coins in circulation, and the market cap's already 17, almost 18 billion. And that's not even half of the coins they can put in circulation. So if you're into crypto for fundamentals and not profit, XRP would be a good play. If you're into crypto to make a lot of money, I don't think XRP would be the quick play on it. Long term, I can definitely see this thing going to $1 plus. Like long term, like years. If you want to hold on to stuff for years, XRP would definitely be the play. And the thing is, that's not a bad thing if you think about years, because years in crypto are what? They're cut up in 4 to 5 years. People are willing to work and slave away 8+ hours a day at their job, possibly earning a 401k until they're 63, 65, and then retire. So even though you buy crypto, like, oh man, I have to hold on to it for a couple years to make a lot of money. Well, it's still better than working your life away at a job to possibly retire off a 401k at 65 years old. That's my mindset. Buy these good coins. Long term, 5-10 years compared to a lifetime of work is nothing, and then you can make money and possibly retire off of it. That's my goal in crypto right here. I think of it, that's how I think of it. Would I rather not invest in cryptocurrency and just slave away working at a job making products for someone else till I'm 60 some years old and then retire? Or do I take it in my own hands and invest and do my own research? And even if I want to buy a coin and I don't think it's going to make substantial money for 5+ years, I'm only 30 right now. That's another 35 years of working for somebody else. I don't want to do that. If I can buy a coin and I think it's going to be profitable in 5-10 years, hell yeah. 5-10 years to 35 years, that's a deal. Everyone's trying to make money too quickly. Everyone's trying to make money too quickly in crypto. You gotta think of the long term. Think of the long term goals. I went off on a rant there. Well, first rant since I've been back from vacation. I go off on those every now and again. So XRP. So XRP has been making higher highs since this one right here. We did have a lower low back on June 24th, but it looks like July has been a very good month. July has been a good month for BTC and altcoins, but I do think it is a relief rally and we will see that retracement from there. So just be very careful. I think we're starting to reach the peak of that relief rally here for a lot of coins. So if you're looking to pick up coins, it's not financial advice. I haven't bought any coin. I haven't bought a single coin in July. I'm waiting for that drop. Yeah, I haven't bought a single coin in July, which is ridiculous because I buy coins a lot, but I'm starting to stick to fundamentals. This is our second chance. If you think about it, this is our second chance at some of these coins. Yeah, that's my plan, Stigart. Yeah, I have my coins that I get quick money off of, and then I have my long-term coins. I have my Ethereum, BTC, QUAN, Cardano, all locked away on my ledger. long-term holds. Long-term holds, don't touch them. I'm not going to try to quick flip them. I'm not going to be like, I'm going to sell a couple quants so I can buy this. They're on there, they're locked away, I'm not touching them. And then I have my dry powder. When coins go on the ledger, I'm not going to see them for a couple years. They're there for a while. Short term on this bad boy, XRP, looks like we're holding up to the 0.5. RSI stagnant. We're about ready to flip bullish. Looks like we're about ready to make a higher high on XRP, which if I extend this fib to the next high up here, looks like it wants to head up to around 40 cents. We tagged 40 cents here. That would not be a higher high, but nonetheless, it looks like it wants to do something like this. And I think that would be the last pump for XRP for the retracement. So I think this week or the end of next week to the end of next week, BTC is going to be in the low 20,000s. Yeah, short term for XRP, keep an eye on 36 cents. I think it bounces off that, works its way up to the 382 at 39 cents, breaks above 39 cents, tests 40 cents, then works its way back up. And then from there, that's gonna be the top. So I guess short term, it looks like we might see a 10% possible move on XRP. I don't think we break below this. We have a 618 main support and support channel. So I think XRP is going to have a 10% pump up minimally before we see that retracement. Yeah, Ethereum Classic has been ripping. Let's look into that. So ETC is down 1.7% at $37.23. 5 billion market cap, 136 million total supply, 210 million max supply. So that's better than Ethereum. Ethereum's max supply is infinite, and I've always showed that infinite max supplies you should be very, very cautious of. And even though Ethereum's ranked number 2, you still have to be cautious of infinite max supply coins. You've all seen what Terra Luna could do. Terra Luna did with an infinite max supply. One thing goes wrong in the system and they try to make up with it by unloading coins and coins, then everything goes to shit. But I think Ethereum's pretty fucking solid. So Ethereum Classic, let's get into it. All-time high was 167 a year ago. All-time low was 6 years ago at 61 cents. If you bought in 6 years ago, you'd be up 5,980% on your investment. Whoa, Moon Boy Crypto here. I thought we were going to the moon. Okay, so let's dive into this bad boy. 4 hour. Yeah, this is very similar to back here. So I would honestly be keeping an eye on a capitulation down to 33 and then another move up. That's just without any fibs whatsoever. Boom, boom, and then boom. Now let's see if I can draw a fib and validate that. That would be a large fib. So Ethereum Classic right now recently fell below the 382. Well, actually we hard candled to it. I'm going to try to zoom in real close on this candle so you can see. The body of the candle stopped. We wicked below it. We have not fallen below it. MACD is about ready to flip bearish. As you can see, RSI is decently high at 62. similar to what I recently drew, I do think we will see a push down to around here at $33, $33.38, and then that could be our launch point to another higher high. Similar to back here, you can see we're consolidating, shit the bed, pump. And back here, I guarantee there was a consolidation, shit the bed, pump. Sideways, consolidation, shit the bed, pump. So short term, in order for this pump to happen, it has to bounce off at least $33.35, which is approximately a 10% drop. Look for a 10% drop right now. I mean, we are holding up the 382 as well, so we could move up higher, but MACD is about ready to flip bearish. RSI is pretty high. Usually when we drop, if we look last several times we dropped, we tagged the exact same spot on the RSI right here, and right here, which would bring us down to this 33 area for another run up, which would be like this on the RSI, to a run up to overbought, which would bring us up to around $50. So I could honestly see a $50 Ethereum here in the next couple weeks, Ethereum Classic. I don't think it's to be this steep. It's definitely going to have that choppy upwards movement, but nonetheless, it does look like we will see, possibly will see a $50 Ethereum Classic. I would give it a 75-25% chance. 75% chance it will hit that, 25% chance will break this support channel. So keep an eye on $33.50 on Ethereum Classic. We break below that, the next step would be down here at the main support at 28. So $33.50 is your go point for Ethereum on a bounce. If it breaks below that, then this is invalid and you'd be heading back down here to around 28. So right here is your storyteller for Ethereum Classic. Bounce off that, then we will be going up to around $50 for Ethereum Classic. Yeah, Ethereum Classic follows Ethereum very closely. I mean, like Chef Natron said, with the merge and everything like that, that's definitely going to affect Ethereum Classic, because I think we talked about this in the Discord way back when, like where the miners for Ethereum are to go. There's a shit ton of miners for Ethereum that aren't going to be able to mine Ethereum anymore, and they're going to have to go somewhere. Those miners are going to go somewhere, and where are they going to go? That is the key. What coin are they going to go to? And whatever coin they migrate to is going to absolutely rip, in my opinion. So if there's some way to keep an eye on where Ethereum miners are going to migrate to after the merge, that is definitely the coin that you want to get into. I just don't know if there's a way that we can watch that. Because I guarantee there's some miners that have already started migrating over to the next mining coin due to the merge. So if we could keep an eye on that, I don't know if there's a way you guys can do it. I don't know if you know how to do it. Anyone in here knows how to do that stuff. But that would definitely be the play right there. If you're able to find out where the miners are going to migrate to, and you get into that coin before they start hardcore mining it, that would be substantial profits right there, in my personal opinion. Some people think they're going to Ethereum Classic, other people think they're going to other coins, but whatever coin they migrate to is going to absolutely pump. Because more coins will be put in the circulation, or more coins will be put in circulation, which will decrease, which technically decreases the price, but with miners being involved, somehow that pumps the price. That's how my mindset works anyways. I don't know if that's how your guys' work. My mindset is miners go to a different coin. So EGLD, EGLD just recently entered the overbought territory, which means, hey, it flashed red. Might be a good time to take some profit here. MACD is about ready to flip bearish. Not hardcore. You can see the MACD hasn't really been making large upswings or downswings. This thing has been bullish since July 25th. Higher high, low, high. So to put it in a lower low, we could actually head all the way down to 57 and still maintain our bullish momentum. We could come down here for something like that. That's a large drop, and I know people won't be happy, but you can still be bullish on a large drop like that. For the short term though, I think the drop should be first touching this 382 main support area at around $60, $59-$60. So for EGLD, I'd be keeping an eye on a drop down to around $60, and then we'd assess that situation. RSI is overbought, MACD's already about ready to flip bullish. Keep an eye on a 7% drop max, and I do think we will see some sort of support right here at around $59 to $60. But it's looking like a 7% drop. Nonetheless though, if we cool off and head back down here, we could definitely see a bounce. I mean, you guys have to go down a ways in order to get into a bear scenario. I mean, this thing would have to drop 17% to be bearish. You can drop 15%. You can drop, let's see. Yeah, you can drop 15% on this coin and still be bullish. So that's, I know that's disgusting, but you can still drop that low and still maintain your bullish momentum off a bounce on the top of this support channel. But I think we're heading down to around 60-ish area, and then we'll assess the situation at that time. So Paribus, I used to shill the shit out of Paribus, but they have been pissing me off lately. They are just putting so many coins in circulation. There was only 1 billion coins in circulation back when I got into Paribus, and the market cap's stupid low, yeah, but they've over doubled the amount of coins they put in circulation, and they started up in September. It hasn't even been an entire year yet, and they already doubled the amount of coins in circulation. So that's a red flag for me. I used to shill Paribus and talked about it a lot. I still own Paribus, but not as much as I used to. I started dwindling out my funds from that. I still hold some, but I'm not as bullish on it as I was in the past, due to them putting a shit ton of coins in circulation. It just makes it very, very hard to make money. Paribus has pretty much been consolidating between the main support 618 area. We'll clean this up, draw a fresh fib. Currently being held up to the 618. RSI is tailing downwards. MACD just started flipping bearish. Looks like it wants to head down to the 786. I'd be keeping an eye on 179 for Paribus for a test at the 618. So something like this I could see for Paribus. 618 test, bounce up, and then assess the situation then. But Paribus looks like it wants to head down, unfortunately. Approximately 4%. So I used to be super bullish on this coin. And I know if you've been around in my channel for a long term, you used to know how much I shilled Paribus, but they're just putting way too many coins in circulation. Still have been on a bullish uptrend since June 30th. I mean, if we go to the candle to wick, that would validate that drop down to here. So open floor, guys. I got I'll stay on as long as people want me to chart some crypto. I know I'm just back from vacation, so I haven't looked at charts in a long time, so this is catching me up on everything. Actually, let's look at Solana. So Solana just put in a lower high. RSI stagnant sideways. MACD is about ready to flip bearish. So it looks like this run for Solana, this uptrend for Solana might be over. Oh, not quite. So this is the lifeline right here. You can see the 618 sitting on top of this main support area at $39.40. We fall below that. I don't think this uptrend holds, and then we drop down the 786 at around 37, and that would invalidate this uptrend we've been on. And then Solana would start shitting the bed. It's crazy how they had that huge hack. I expected the huge hack in this thing to drop back down to around 20 bucks, but it didn't do it. Short term for Solana though, keep an eye on the 618 around $39. We break below that, I think our next stop's the 786 around 37 to 36. And if we get down to that area, it is officially bearish, and then we'll have to monitor that. Most likely it'll be bearish, test this uptrend as resistance, and if you get rejected, then the downtrend continues. Good old spell. And I haven't tried spell in a hot minute. So spell right now, RSI is at 70, MACD hasn't been doing shit. But we have been in a general uptrend. We're putting in lower highs, consolidating. Tell you what, guys, this has been this has been a great night getting back from vacation. I'm not gonna lie, I've really enjoyed getting back to this shit. I missed it. I really did. It was nice disconnecting, but man, it's like those addictions, you know. You go away from them for a little bit, but once you get back, you're hooked. I am hooked, line and sinker on charting this shit. This is awesome. So spell right now is at the 236 at 0011. RSI is high, MACD is taking it sideways. So there's two different scenarios what I see spell can do, and they're both not massive moves. So for spell, we could bounce off this 0.5 up to this 001 and get rejected. Or I think our next stop is going to be back down to this 382 at 10 even. You can see it's held up as great support the entire month of August, or end of July through August. The 382 has been our main support area. So as you can say, oh, thanks Trading Crypto, you said the coin could go up or it can go down. Yes, technically it can, and it all is based off of this 236 right here at 11167. So you're currently testing it right now. Not large movements. I see either a test up there or a drop down here, and there's a consolidation between these two areas. It looks like what spell's going to do. The thing that I noticed on spell, because I used to chart it quite a bit, is spell has put a shit ton of coins in circulation, guys. I think when I first started charting spell, there was only like 25 million or 25 billion coins in circulation, and now there's 97 billion coins in circulation on spell. So they're putting a lot of coins in circulation, and the thing is, they're not even halfway to the max supply yet on the amount of coins they can put in circulation. So that's something to keep in mind on spell. That could dilute the market quite a bit more. For the short term, keep an eye on 115. If we break below that 111, our next stop is 108. Other than that, it just looks like this thing wants to consolidate. Like, just like that in the MACD, or on the RSI, which would just be something like this. And then they put billions of coins in circulation and it goes like that. But I'm just kidding. Just keep an eye on that consolidation. So your new buyback in for time is at 78. I originally saw a 36. So you bought back in at 78, or you want to buy back in at 78? Dude, similar to what I said earlier. Time looks like it wants to rip. This looks very, very, very similar to back here, Chef. Very, very similar. You had that pump. You had that pump. You had that downswing. You had that downswing. You had that slight pump. You had that slight pump. You had that consolidation. You had that consolidation. And then you're going to have that capitulation. Then you had that capitulation. Then you have that moonshot. Like, this is straight up repetitive right here. Let's see. So if I go from bottom here to that high right here. Oh shoot, that's not what I want to do. I'm gonna copy and paste this shit. So bottom to here. Oh no, we're not gonna go that high. So time's pretty much been hovering on the 786 for a while. If we try to compare it back to here, we could do the exact same thing, bottom to top here. This thing was also hovering on the 786 as well, on this main support before it broke out. So I think this thing's about ready to see that breakout. I do think we will see one more capitulation. Where's that capitulation going to be? Let's draw a couple more fibs. I think that capitulation could be down to this main support 618 area at 72. I honestly, this isn't financial advice. If I wanted to get in the time, I think this thing does pump one more time. I think we will see one of these large pumps one more, but how to catch it, I would want to try to catch the bottom. And in order to catch the bottom, I would put a small buying order at 73 and a small buying order at 70 on this on the support channel. I think we come down here, tag the 78 or tag the 618, wick down here, try to catch that wick on that small support channel, and then that's gonna be that capitulation until we make that higher high. And like I charted earlier, what was, I think I remember doing this last live stream. I said this one went up 9 bars. The next one went up this one went up 119%. This one went up 81%. This one went up 234%. So we could see, I think I was saying like $200 if we see that pump. So we had that capitulation down to that support channel. We zoomed in. Yeah, man. This is a exact replica of this capitulation right here down on the main support. Which you would see that capitulation down to the support channel at 70, a test of resistance at the 618, which it actually touches, a test of the support channel one more, and then your moonshot up to around $200, $180 to $200. Middle of August. Didn't I call that? I think I called that on August 10th to 15th. August 10th. Still looks like August 10th. So it looks like August 10th is the go point for this coin. Give or take a day or two. So with that, guys, I got time to chart one more coin tonight. Who wants the last coin to be charted tonight? I appreciate everyone who came out tonight. As you can see at the bottom, if you want to support the live stream, you can like the live stream. You can send a super chat. You can become a YouTube channel member. You can send a super sticker. You can join my Discord, or you could subscribe. Discord link is in the description below. On their daily, great information, great group of people. I highly suggest joining the Discord. So CPH is going to be the last coin of tonight. So CPH, 8 million market cap, extremely low. 540 million circulating, 8.4 billion max. Be careful of that. They can put more coins in circulation. All-time high of 13 cents 7 months ago. All-time low was 6 months ago at 007. This looks very, very suspicious to me. Hopefully that's not correct. That looks very, very suspicious. It's not. So consolidating sideways, had that high, had another pump high, had another pump. So we pretty much have been in a downtrend since that initial pump right here. RSI stagnant sideways at 45. MACD hasn't been doing shit. Yeah, so this thing looks to me like, I don't take this the wrong way, I wouldn't invest into this coin. It's not looking very good in my opinion. It looks like what we're going to do is drop down to this one at around 003 and then have that pump up to the 618 at 004. Similar to this, we had that pump, consolidation, capitulation, pump, consolidation, capitulation, pump. And that looks like it's approximately a... I mean, that's a 30% pump that I'm looking at. So that's not bad if you're looking to quick flip or swing trade. That's not a bad flip at all. August 10th flipping note, sticky note. So for Polka, I would be looking for a drop down to around 0034 to 0035 and then see that larger pump up to there. I forgot to get some others and they went up. Oh, now I gotta wait. Some others to chart. Tell you what, if you have a couple others, it's a Saturday night and I'm not doing shit and this is my first time back in a week. So if you have some other coins, just toss them on here and I'll do them real quick. Tell you what, I'll do them if you smash that like button. Make sure you smash that like button. You smash that like button, I'll chart your coins. Also, guys, if you want, I did unload some swag. I didn't really show this during the live stream. I actually got mine in the mail today. So if you guys want some t-shirts and shit, I have a link below in the description. You can click on that. I have some Moon Juice t-shirts and Charting Crypto t-shirts. All that. Yo, Chef Neutron. Thanks, man. Thanks for supporting the channel day after day. Month after month. You are a staple in this channel, man. I appreciate it. Glad to have you aboard. Thank you. So, always from last time. So with that, guys, I am going to end the live stream. I appreciate everybody coming out for my end of hiatus. live stream. Appreciate all the super chats from everybody. Thanks, Chef Natron, for the last super chat. You are the man. I hope you guys all have a great Saturday night. I will be doing TA's videos tomorrow, so the channel's back up and rocking and rolling. So if you guys want some coins charted that you didn't get on the live stream, make sure you join my Discord channel and post the coins in the request tab, and I can make some videos on those and post them on my channel. I'm gonna stick around in the chats for a little bit. Thank you guys for coming out tonight, and I'll catch you guys next time on the live stream of Charting Crypto.